Grease finally came out of hiding. He's given up his hall pass. If anybody in Matt Madness this year was given a pass, it was Grease. The one you all know is Grease, self-proclaimed Savant Slayer. The man who looks 40 going on 75. He's terrified of losing one thing. The only thing he's ever won. The Matt Madness belt. Round one went in such a way that if you would have combined Dara's score and Will's score, I still would have won. It sent a message to the finals of the tournament this year. Round one went in such a way that the guy waiting to lose his crown just felt the need to just get it over with. This is the rematch that everybody's wanted and been waiting for, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. I can't wait to go toe-to-toe with Grease. And unfortunately, Sean's gonna be there. And who knows, Sean realistically could beat the shit out of both of us. It's possible. But as long as I beat Grease, I think that we accomplished our mission. This year will be different. This year won't be full of early starts and late finishes. This year, I'm prepared. Grease is the greedy king on his throne above everybody, looking down, making fun of us, thinking he's better than us, feeling unstoppable and faultless. But what we'll find out round by round and answer by answer as he crumbles, that when he falls, he'll be completely forgotten. We won't even remember the huge asterisk next to his victory in year one. Come April, we all bear witness to the end of Grease. All we have left to do is put a nail in a coffin. You just have to figure out whose coffin it is.
Welcome, one and all, to week 5 of Matt Madness. In this round, we have Dusty Dan, Dan Like, and a grown man who refers to himself as Santa.
They call this Matt Madness for the champ of the whiskey nest. When we play Matt Madness, I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. Yes sir, it's Matt Madness. It's a contest of grandness. And when we start to sniff, everyone go chicky boom, chick chicky boom. The contestants, they sniff and they guess with tempero. Whiskey is nice, so full of spice. And when they guess and it's wrong, their Matt Madness score is 0. Answer so wrong all night long. So if you one of us, take a lesson from Matt Madness, and Matt teach you to chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. Matt's got a whiskey trick and 3 new lube picks for whiskey tube, for whiskey tube. See, Senor Dan, like I know you will score 0, but whiskey is nice, so full of spice. You take your whiskey and wish your score will flourish. You still try, you try and you try. If you one of us, take a lesson from Matt Madness, and Matt teach you to chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
Welcome to Matt Madness Friday Night Fun. Everybody, welcome in. Welcome in to the greatest show on earth. On Friday night at 10 p.m. on the ADHD Whiskey channel anyway. Tonight is week 5 of Matt Madness, and I am so excited. I can hardly contain myself, which is true in some regards and also untrue in others, but mostly true. Tonight, Dan Like takes on Bourbon Santa, and Dusty Dan is making his second appearance in Matt Madness, returning from last year where he moved on to the second round. Can he do the same this year? Probably not. Will I let him? Probably won't. Matter of fact, I have kind of some fond feelings for Santa. He brought me a tractor when I was little, and I need to repay that son of a bitch. Anyway, let's bring in Bourbon Santa, everybody. Austin, how the heck are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to be here, Matt. Thank you.
That is one cheap ass Santa hat. I am a little.
It's a dollar store Santa hat, baby.
That looks like a hat you buy for your like golden retriever, and you take one picture and throw it away. It's fine, no big deal. Dusty Dan, what's happening?
What's going on, Matty? Thank you again for the invite.
Are you wearing a shirt under that?
No, here, I'll unbutton the top one for you.
All right,
there we
just
go.
making sure. And Dan, like everybody.
What's
Dan,
up, everybody? What's up, guys?
Woo! I'm excited for this round of Matt Madness. Also, I'm excited because this is not a double header. This is what some people would consider to be a single header. If they even call them single headers, I don't know, it might just be called a header. We can take our time, chill out. We don't have to go super fast, Dan-like. We can just take it easy, take it slow, calm things down, go at Matt's pace.
That'll work.
It.
You know, Matt, Julie was giving me shit thinking I wasn't taking this seriously, and I want to let you know that I was. You know, I said I wanted to either win big or lose really big, and I've changed my mind, you know. And since I procrastinated, I looked up on the internet and I found this potion that's supposed to help your palate. You got to be like at least a quarter century old whiskey, and then you had a little pixie dust, and hair from a fallen angel. Put one spider leg, and then the key, one little drop of unicorn urine, which is not easy to find, by the way, but if anyone can find unicorns. And then let the stars align and the universe allow it. Let this magic potion fix my broken palate.
Down the hatch.
Down the hatch.
I am ready now. Now I'm ready.
Now
it's fixed. You guys might as well hang up.
I feel like that's cheating.
Trust the website. I found that on too.
Well, incognito mode, I hope. Adam, I'm backing a Dantastic victory tonight because Dan Like is better than yours. Dan Like is better than yours. That's to the song Milkshake. Whiskey Food Dude is a super sticker. Thank you so much, Whiskey Food Dude. And the Fancy Frenchie. Go Dan L. Time to go big. All right. While you guys pour your glasses, I'm going to let you go ahead and pour all four, A through D. No smelling, no tasting, no funny business, no funny stuff. And speaking of funny stuff, I have to give this man the floor for 4. He's full of funny business. Grease, how the heck are you, my friend?
Hey, Dan Shook. It was really hard to pay attention to you, buddy. I couldn't tell where the center of your face was because of your lopsided freaking facial hair. Listen, let me go ahead and tell you something, Dan. Okay, here's what's going to happen. Bourbon Santa's here. I'm going to wrap you up like a present, okay? And I'm going to give it to Sean, and he's going to take it to Santa like he always does, except he can't hold it because of your freaking heavy-ass head. That's getting in the way, Dan Shook. Your daggum head. And your chin and your thighs. There's a lot of stuff getting in the way, buddy. And let me go ahead and tell you something right here, right now. Santa's going to win. Santa's going to win tonight. I'm calling it. Santa's going to win. Now, Dusty Dan freaking proven himself like 10 rounds. He's literally made it like 10 rounds into this thing, but he's just never made it anywhere close.
I feel like 4 minutes is a lot for you.
Santa
run out of steam. Sorry.
Oh, when I start complimenting somebody, Matt Porter sending me freaking roast videos. You hate everybody, Matt. I wasn't even gonna tell anybody about it. You weren't gonna tell anybody about it, but that's just how it goes, dude. Let me go ahead and tell you something. Some of y'all need to freaking man up right now. I freaking got my appendix out this week so I could freaking hold more bourbon at freaking Whiskey Weekend Batch 4. So all you bitches can just get over that crap. I'm freaking healed. I'm ready to go. And Dan Shook, that was a really sweet and cute video. I'll see you some other time. I'm done. Cash my seconds. Roll them over for next time, freaking Matt. Dan Like, Dusty Dan, Bourbon Santa. Y'all good luck. I mean it.
Thanks, Grease.
That was the champion from last year. Not sure how he pulled it off, but he did.
He
pulled it off last year. So yeah, he said he got his appendix out for whiskey weekend to hold more whiskey, which he's going to the gallbladder house, and I can't wait to see what happens there. A little bit of inflammation, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. Thrasher's in the house. What's going on, Thrasher? Dan and Julie have all those unicorn bottles plus unicorn pee. Geez, they really do have everything. Thank you, Thrasher, for the super chat. Oh, man, everybody in chat, we have 400 people in here. Thank you so much. If you're not subscribed to the people on the screen, Bourbon Santa, make sure you go over to him and hit the subscribe button. What a guy. Dusty Dan, I don't know. My wife thinks he's beautiful, but you should still subscribe to him anyway. And then Lifetime Whiskey. Dan and Julie like. Two of the most generous, awesome, fantastic, beautiful, amazing, muscular, and I don't know. What's another word? They're like bourbon royalty. Just go subscribe to them. Will it make any difference tonight? Probably not. Probably looking at a score of nothing to nothing to nothing. And then I'll just put myself in the tournament and kick everybody's ass. Adam's in the house. Who let the homeless conspiracy theorist recovering from surgery in here? I did for 4 minutes, and he only had 2.5 in him, which seems
like the over and under on me was 2 points. So,
so how do you feel, Austin? Bourbon Santa, Austin? How have you prepared? I mean, you've obviously been preparing for. Wow, Grease's time is up. Wow, can you imagine if that went that long?
Oh my God!
Wow, that would have been terrible. Austin, have you been preparing? How do you feel coming in to the opening round of your first Matt Madness tournament?
I do a lot of blinds, and I love doing blinds. The wild card, though, is the questions. You know, so I don't even know how you really prepare for who knows what questions we're going to get. So I don't know. I just drink bourbon.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully you guys all know how a bill becomes a law, because these questions aren't even bourbon or whiskey related. Mr. Dusty Dan, how are you feeling moving into your second run at Matt Madness? After last year, you had some success.
Yeah, I mean,
by Bourbon Blind, but
I feel okay. I haven't prepped at all, though, to be honest with you. Life's been a little busy, so no preparation whatsoever.
Great. Yeah. Let's see how that does for my attitude tonight. Dan, like,
well, we already
been preparing for years.
I already know.
How are you,
Matt? All my answers are going to be right. We'll just see how close yours come to mine. Is the real question.
Yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes a little bit of sense. Yeah. Corey the Barber, Dan Like is about to be a hometown hero here in Florida. # unicorn piss. I'm a little bit. I don't even know what he put in there. How did you pull one leg off a spider that quickly? I feel like
spiders around here.
I'd be squirming quite a bit.
As also a Florida boy, spiders are everywhere.
Yeah.
Spiders and snakes and tiny little swimsuits.
And alligators.
Horsepower junkies of Texas. Let's go, Santa. Santa loves Texas. All right. Do you three have your 4 pours poured?
Yes.
Good. That's good to hear, because we're about to get into the first round here, which is a nosing round. We're going to nose 4 glasses first. Then I will reveal how poorly you did. And then we are going to go on to a tasting round. After you fail at that, I'm going to give you a few minutes to guess bottles. We're going to wrap it up and go to bed unhappy. Jeff Mahler's in the house. Good luck, everyone. Matt, I love the new rye. Thanks again, and cheers. The rye is super good. I agree. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support and buying single barrels. That, I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but the rye is really friggin' good. I friggin' love that thing. Dusty Dan drinking vodka out of a water bottle.
Yes.
Where's Shayla Bot? Boom, Shayla Bot's in the house.
Right here. I was on time, so just.
Sheila Bot is ready. She's ready to count numbers.
Yeah, I'm so ready.
Oh, wow. That was good. All right, Sheila Bot, you ready?
Yeah.
Competitors, are you ready?
Ready.
Too bad. Super chat from Fab Burl. Friggin' apples. I just got my Nulu thing. Matt, go Dan, whichever one. Hi, Santa. Speaking of that, friggin' apples. America. All right. let's get this party started off right with a little bit of nosing of whiskey. Once I find my spot. By the way, I need to let you guys know a little something. And maybe I'll just ask Dan Like. Dan Like, who is the provider, the maker, the manufacturer of the best cigars on the planet? And if you say anything other than Alec Bradley, then you're wrong and I'll kill you.
Let's go with Alec Bradley. Close second would be, or right there would be Alec and Bradley cigars.
Also a winner. Yeah. Also in the family. Also a sponsor of Matt Madness. Hells yeah. Smoke Alec Bradley cigars or burn in hell. Probably not the advertising they're looking for, but at the same time, it gets the point across. And some people will just do that like a chain letter. Sample A nosing when the music begins. Dan Like in Austin, you are new to this. I'm not even sure if you've watched any of these. When the music begins. All right. Well, then we're already to the point where you interrupted what I was saying, which earned you -3 points, you son of a bitch. That's all right. I'll just regather myself and start again. When the music begins, you can begin nosing. When the music stops, you must stop. And then you send the answer in the message on the Instagram messenger thing that we've already had set up. So you have the entire time the music is playing to nose this whiskey. And what I want to know off the nose is the age of this particular whiskey. You will earn more points the closer you get. But you can still be like friggin' 4 years off and earn a point because I'm super generous. And I love you. I mean 12. Oh, all right. Let's get this party started. When the music starts, you may begin nosing. Let's friggin' go.
Matt Madness brings you El Cartel. It's Dan Like with a sense of smell. Dan Like is drinking well. He can wrestle with boys real well. Matt Madness brings you El Cartel, and Dan Like won't kiss and tell. Dan Like, all natural. He'll pin you and tickle you well. His wrestles, the things that Dan can do. He's mainly pinning dudes. His wrestle's mine, pin my behind in 30 seconds time.
WhiskeyChannel.com with the hits tonight, with all the music, with all the fun. If you're not subscribed to WhiskeyChannel.com, formerly known as Self Turds David and Kira, then you better get your ass over there and hit subscribe. Two of the funniest people I've never met, but two of the funniest people on the planet. I'm expecting answers right now. Oh yeah, we've got some answers coming in here. It's very nice. It's very nice. I like it. I like it. Except for one. Son of a bitch. Oh, never mind. It was there the whole time. I'm just blind. That's totally fine. I almost threw a fit at Bourbon Santa, but guess what? Because I couldn't read. That's okay. That's totally fine. Austin Felt says hashtag pay David. Well, he spelled my name wrong on the invoice, so when he corrects it, we'll talk. Whiskey Reaper's in the house. Diamond Hickson with a badass name. That's a real bad name. Diamond Hickson. It's like sharp and also knows jujitsu. Masher and Drum is in the house. Jason says, I'll be watching this with great detail later. Right now, he's watching Martha Stewart. Okay, let's see here. Just taking a little bit of a look at some answers here. And what I see is success from all three of you. If success was based off of being totally wrong, Ryan Anals, Ryan and Als. My husband is wearing his sweater vest and I'm drinking Old Tub. Yuck. Come on, Ryan, you can do better than Old Tub. Keeping it classy only on Matt Madness night. Dusty Dan for the win. Thank you, Ryan, for the super chat. I am so excited for tonight. We have 463 people in here watching. You three fail, except for one of you, which did actually pretty close. And I'm very excited to tell you who it is at the end of this stream. Sample B, when we get to the nose, I want to know if this is a Canadian rye, a Kentucky rye, or an MGP rye. They're rye. It's a rye whiskey. Just saying, you know, throwing that out there. A little bit of help. Never hurt, as far as I'm concerned. So when the music begins, you can begin nosing glass B. Let's do it and go.
Dusty Dan.
Oh my God.
Unbutton your shirt and let your chest hair fly. Dusty for the win. We all want Dusty for the win. Dusty for the win. We all want Dusty for the win.
That was a good one. I like that a lot. I just can't. I wish I could do what he does with his voice like that. Unfortunately, I was meant for bigger and better things, like eating 16,000 calories a day. All right. Answers are coming in, and we got answers. Exceptional. You are on top of it. Michael Dow, mother effing like you got this. Michael Dow, or Doe, depending on which way you go. What's that, Dan?
Nothing. I was talking to myself out loud.
All right. Where's Julester at? Is she nearby?
This set doesn't look nearly as pretty without her here, I can tell you that. But she is
it feels
either in the kitchen or on the back porch. I'm not sure.
Well, hi, Julie. If you're listening, she's probably watching whatever Mash and Drum is watching. It's better than this.
Here, I've won when the stream's over.
Oh boy, let's see here. William Davlar's in chat. How's it going? Jerry Black, Gary Franchi's in the house. Stacy H, Eric Porter, don't know him, but sweet last name. Friend. Bob Belkovec's here. Friggin' Bob. Whiskey Mountains, what's going on? Adriana Austin Feltz is here. Richie friggin' Z, gangster, longtime watcher. Oh man, Joe is here. Hank Williams Jr. is jealous of the music being played here tonight. Women of Whiskeys, what's happening? If my mom is here, hello, mother. I love you so much. Tim Evans is in the house. Large Woolly Bugger. That's a sweet name. Wow, Whiskey Channel with a female host. Everything almost I love in one channel. All right. I mean, I identify as a dude, but whatever. Let's see. All right, scrolling to the bottom here, just giving your noses a little bit of a break. Some people need that. Not Dan. Dusty Dan's got the white teeth too, with the black beard. Just looks like chopped down George Washington's apple tree and came here all smiles.
I don't whiten them, so.
You what?
No strips for me. No whitening strips.
Oh, they're just naturally.
They're naturally glistening.
Awesome. Congratulations. Let's go on to Glass C. I almost said something about your pant size, but then I decided I don't know you that well. I'm not sure who's watching. So, and it's probably even untrue. Probably blessed there as well. Let's go on to Glass C. And on Glass C, I need to know this. For 2 points, is this a Canadian whiskey, an Irish whiskey, or a Scotch whiskey? What's that? It's not bourbon or rye. Nope. Is it Canadian, Irish, or Scotch? Here we are. When the music begins, you may begin nosing. Let's get it on.
Here comes Bourbon Santa, here comes Bourbon Santa, right on Mad Madness. Dusty and Dan liking all these samples, brought everyone's best. Cups for sniffing, chat is wishing Austin to win tonight. So earbuds in, put your spouse to bed, cause Bourbon Santa wins tonight. Here comes Bourbon Santa, here comes Bourbon Santa, passing all the tests. Some men are butt guys and some like legs, but Austin likes the win.
Oh my goodness. Wow. All right. That's whiskeychannel.com, everybody. Oh my goodness gracious. Love it so much. I haven't even checked scores yet because you know what? Sometimes I like to be surprised. And I like to keep my spirits up. I'm just anticipating everybody getting at least something right. Whiskey Central says she's a butt guy. Shayla, is that right?
No. I was just laughing at what he was. I love David. And I'm not a butt guy. I mean, I have a butt, but I'm a girl. So, you know. I identify as a girl anyway.
Well, we're learning lots of new things today, Shayla. You are a girl with a butt. I thought she was a robot. That was another joke. That was just a funny joke. I nailed that one. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is here. Kelsey Dime. Titus Napalm. That's a solid, hot name. Eric Waite is in the house. Big Nate's Whiskey Lounge. What's happening? We're going to finish up this nosing round, and then we're going to get to tasting. I'm in this thing where I just feel so rushed because I'm used to a double header, but I need to chill out for a second.
Or it's because I'm in front of you.
There's only
I rush you.
What?
I said, or it's because I'm in front of you and you're used to me rushing you.
Yeah, well, no, I'm keeping my eye on the bottom left of my screen, and I'm just like, I feel you twitching.
I'm all right. I'm good.
Tony H says 500 in chat and only 134. What the hell? We're all leaving until we get that number up. Come on. I guess so. That's not good for my blood pressure, everybody. Come on. Hit the more thumbs up, the more the numbers go down. Eric, wait. Somebody needs to make bourbon throat lozenges a thing for when I have a cold. They probably make them. Alec Bradley Cigars. Alec is in the house. Dan Like and Dan Shook both get quiet when they're being competitive. No, I just haven't shut up the entire time. Just to show Dan Like that I can talk and he doesn't have to. I feel like that's kind of my goal tonight. Right, Dan Like? It doesn't matter what you think. We're just going to continue to the nose of glass B. Plus, Dan doesn't have a voice. That's why he's not talking.
That's right. Yours is beautiful, though.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, we're moving to Glass D. And for 1 point, when the music starts, all I need to know is if this is a finished whiskey, yes or no. Is this a finished whiskey? Nose only. Let's go.
Bourbon Santa, just sniff a Glen on my screen for me. Austin, sniff it nice and slow. Bourbon Santa, get your nose in that Glen tonight. Bourbon Santa, is your palate getting nice and warm? How do you perform?
All right, answers please. Will Henderson's still here, thank goodness. DC is in the house. DC, the maker of all the thumbnails for Matt Madness. Thank you, DC, so much for performing. Hopefully better than Bourbon Santa. Friggin' sweet, awesome thumbnails. And DC, I think practically, if he charged $1 for every artistic thing he did for everybody, I don't think DC would have to work anymore. I'm pretty sure he'd just be set. Let's see here. We got Doug D'Amato in the house, the guy who makes all the car reviews. Awesome channel. I think that's the name of it, right? Am I wrong? Doug D'Amato? I don't know. Mind the Mark Eckers here. New Losers is tasty. New Losers to Dusty coming up. That's a little bit of trash talk for Dusty. Damn. A little bit of New Year, New Losers out. That's fine. Now I'm pissed. America. think one of them broke. I don't know. Let's check the score.
Matt, are you drinking anything that we are currently sampling right now?
None of your business.
Oh, all right.
I just dropped. That's all you got. I mean, you couldn't have been like, "Oh man, that sucked that you just dropped all your bottles on the concrete floor." That's fine. We're good. We're totally good. Just taking a breath here. Where am I at? Oh yeah, we are at the old. You know, I knew that was going to happen eventually, but I figured it wouldn't be tonight. Let's see. Let's check the scores after the nosing round. Let's do it. I'm a little bit curious here. I haven't checked them. I don't even know what's happening. Luckily, we have Shay Labatt taking care of everything in the back. And okie dokie. Looks like some of you studied and some of you didn't.
Yeah.
Which is totally understandable.
I don't feel.
Dusty Dan.
Yes.
You ever had whiskey before?
No. No, I'm not confident.
Well, enjoy your last year of Matt Madness while it lasts. Just kidding. No, I'm just joking.
That means you're well
I'm
on.
just kidding. Adam, the homeless wino formerly known as Grease, had his appendix out to hold my whiskey, but Dan realigned his nerves through his skull to fix his palate. I have a hard time connecting the dots with that, Adam, but appreciate the super chat. JG, Dan is the man. Hashtag Team Mike. Separate cheers, but not as significant. Dusty and Santa 877 mash now. JG Wentworth. And Youth Poke Chris says, I just cracked the new loser's rye. So did I. And holy shnikes, that's amazing. Great pick, Matt. Chat, if you've got a pour of this in your glass right now, let me get a woo. I met Chris at the beginning of the month in Kentucky, and that dude is 100% woo. I freaking love that guy. Oh, man. Let's see how the tasting round goes. I think the tasting round might be, I don't know. You know what? Let's actually find out. Austin, how do you think you did in the nosing round? Do you think you killed it?
I don't know. 50-50. I was too busy trying not to be distracted by the music.
That was pretty tough.
Yeah. Rookie move, not muting it. Some people mute it. Some people don't. I would never know. But at the same time, I would probably know. That's just a pretty smart guy over here. Dusty Dan, after the nosing round, do you think you killed it?
No.
I was just because I was teasing.
Not
All right. Dan L, you're over there super serious, super jacked. Traps just blowing out the back of your shirt. How do you feel like you did?
Slightly less than whatever the odds are. If it was like the 50-50 question, I think I got a 30% chance of getting it right. Not very well.
I'm not good at math. That doesn't sound right.
No.
Mad Kappa, friggin' apples is friggin' delicious. Cheers. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's an appley bugger, huh? The apple brandy really took over the bourbon and kind of made a very, I don't know, appley treat. It's a delight. It's a good dessert whiskey. Whiskey Central says math is hard. That's the exact thing I want to hear from the robot taking care of everything we got. Shayla, how hard is it?
Oh, you know,
do I need to double check numbers?
No, it's fine. I just was looking and I was like, this is not right. And then I realized I gave somebody way more points than could even potentially be possible. So but I fixed it. It's fine. It's fine.
Whoa. When did I need to reach? Okay.
I put the age in that somebody guessed into their points column, but then I fixed it. So it's fine. It's not there anymore. You won't see it. So.
Okay. I see. All right, I see the numbers again. Not quite,
As I'm inspired.
I feel like you're keeping me on my toes a little bit, which is hard because I'm heavy. So I just need you to do the
You gave me 36 points because I'm 36 years old. So.
I'm sorry. Okay. I will be better. I promise.
It's as long as at the end we're totally there. Jeez, why the hell did I even hire Shayla for free? Oh, just kidding. Oh, Mash and Drum is in the house still, Matt. Matt picks hitters. Well, I pick what's available. I pick the best that's available. It's not like I walk through a rec house and choose barrels. I don't have the Mash and Drum treatment yet. Just kidding, Jason. Let's get to the tasting round, shall we? I feel like we're ready. I feel like we're ready to actually get, quench our thirst here a little bit. When we taste sample A, I know we've already answered this on the nose. You guys already answered the question on the nose. But now I want you to taste sample A and either confirm your guess on the nose or just change your answer completely. When you taste sample A, what's the age of sample A? Feels like a little bit repetitive, but that's my middle name. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. You ready? I'm ready. Taste it and go.
Bourbon Santa, one thing that I really need. Austin, take us to the finals, please. Bourbon Santa, so hurry up and win me tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree. Bring some handy items from Adam and Eve. Start to pull around my Christmas skirts.
Just Christmas jams. All right, let's get the answers in. And while we do that, Sam says America. Friggin' America. Thank you, Sam, for the super chat. Appreciate the heck out of you. Gene Nassif is in the building. What's up, Gene? Hello. Hope y'all are having a good night. Best of luck. Well, Gene, that was very, very black and white of you. Was that like do you have that like in like a auto type thing? He's not even here. It's just his computer typing it. Hello. Good luck to all competitors. Gene. Doug D'Amato still here? This is always fun because a question like we just did, it's cool to see how we will nose a whiskey and then we guess it's something like an age and then we taste it and then it plays mind games. You're like, was I right on the nose? Or like, am I right? Like, am I tasting something totally different? Or was I right before? So that's kind of why I wanted to do that, just to see if the difference between if you've solidified your nose answer or if you changed it up completely. And I feel like we won't know until the end. Well, you won't. I won't. I can know as soon as I want. The three of you are so talkative, and it's just crazy.
Try not to interrupt you,
Yeah, I already got yelled at for that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Dawson. About that, I was kidding. That was a joke. You can talk as much as you want, as long as you don't piss me off. Just kidding. Joe Marcus, Matt, you make Friday nights being worth staying up after a long day at work. Oh, thank you so much. But it's not me. It's these people in front of me. Austin's up past his bedtime. Apparently, Santa goes to bed early and lets the little elves take care of work while he's in bed.
I get up early.
Austin, thank you for staying up so late. Is your wife missing your warm body next to her?
Probably.
Yeah, well, what they say, Mrs. Claus, she has to sacrifice a lot for the good that Santa does. And we appreciate her. Let her know that.
All her sacrifices are at night, so.
Okie dokie. Very interesting when it comes to the sex. All right. How do you feel? Are your palates ready for glass B?
Yeah.
All right. So's mine. I think mine is ready as well. When we taste glass B, I just want to know the proof of this whiskey. You will earn 5 points for a correct guess, 4 points for being within 3 proof points. You'll earn 3 points for being within 5 proof points, 2 points for being within 7, and even if you're 10 proof points off, you'll still earn a point, which is so generous. Let's just giving points away at that point. Am I wrong? All right. All right. When the music starts, you may begin tasting. Let's do it.
Greasy got confused about Matt Madness, and by mistake he rejoined the second round. You might think this song's about Bourbon Santa, but it's about the real Grease being uncrowned. Grease was safely in the finals, where he was unable to cheat. But Grease forgot his medication, got confused, and now he's scheduled to compete.
By the way, that's April 22nd is when we're scheduled for the whole Grease disaster that's upcoming. Let's get some answers in. Answers in, everybody. I got a bunch of stuff mixed in that glass, and it actually tastes really nice. Tom W. says 7 year. That's pretty close to the proof of that whiskey. Chrissy Newberry's in the house. 275 likes. Wow, we're not even happy. Come on, we can get to there's 550 people. Just hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up and make a fat guy happy. Hattori Hanzo says, Santa loves to lay you. Okay. Sometimes I should just read things in my head before reading them out loud. Mark Emanecker says, Indiana. That is a Dara answer. That's a good answer from Mark Emanecker. Let me just check to see how we're doing after 2 tasty poos. Interesting. Oh, how the turntables are twisting. Interesting. Okay, the tasting round is coming around. Chrissy Newberry says Santa is smacking his lips. Hopefully it's tasty. Robert D., what is the grand prize of Matt Madness other than bragging rights and destroying Grease? Do I have it here? I don't know if I have it or not.
Hey, Dan, what's your favorite Old Carter single barrel behind you?
This 23's our favorite, 99 probably the second, and then the Railbird picks probably after that.
Yeah.
I'll show you. I thought I did this before. You guys can continue to talk about Old Carter because Old Carter is the best.
I'm an Irish whiskey from it right now. Off memory, that's what I think.
I'm just emailing myself. Boom, I did it. Then I go on the computer and I check the email. This is the process I'm going through. No big deal. And then I feel like I don't want to get too crazy and not be live anymore. Oh, drag and drop. Nailed it. Back into StreamYard. Oh my gosh. Am I just on fire with
I think so.
Adding an image from the desktop. There it is. Opening it. It's uploading it. I am so oh shit. Uploaded it to the wrong spot. Oh, son of a gun. That was me getting a little bit too braggadocious too quick. Then it's not even. Damn it! How did I screw it up that bad? One question, and I just went off the rails completely. I'm gonna kick everybody out because I just want to boom, boom, boom. I'm leaving. And I'm back. And Dan likes back. And ADHD Dan. And Bourbon Santa. It's a belt. It's a literal gold Matt Madness belt. Grease has one from 2021 that he refuses to show anybody. I don't know why. But it's a badass belt. It's a badass belt. You get bragging rights and a belt. It's pretty sweet. I don't even know. I probably should have just said it's a belt rather than go through the whole thing. But at the same time, I feel like everybody got a little bit flustered there, unless that was just me. Probably just me. Dan, like, did you get flustered?
Yeah, I was just doing absolutely fantastic until that happened, Matt. Now, you just messed me all up.
I'm sorry about that. Austin, flustered?
Austin doesn't get
flustered when you knocked over all the whiskey.
I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Son of a bitch. All right. We did the proof on glass B. Let's move to glass C. On glass C, what is the proof of this whiskey? 2 proofs in a row. What do you know? When the music starts, you may begin tasting glass C. Oh, man, I got this all reset. Like an idiot. I shouldn't have went digging for the belt picture.
So proof on glass C.
As well, yep. So same question as glass B on glass C. Let's go.
Matt Madness brings you El Cartel. It's Dan Like with a sense of smell. Dan Like is drinking well. He can wrestle with boys real well. Matt Madness brings you El Cartel, and Dan Like won't kiss and tell. Dan Like, all natural. He'll pin you and tickle you well. His wrestles, the things that Dan can do. He's mainly pinning dudes. His wrestles mine, pin my behind in 30 seconds time.
All right. There goes the neighborhood. Again, if you're not subscribed to whiskeychannel.com, they are amazing and make the best music. They are fantastic, and I absolutely love them. The Flooded Cellar says the belt is super sweet. You explain as much as you want, Matt. Oh, and then I forgot to change my background back to the correct background, like an amateur from Amateurville. There we go. Whew. I feel better now. I feel a little better. One Mocas is in the house. What's happening? Garrett Buffington, the buffest man in Whiskey Tube, is here. And DC says, if you want to tickle that nickel, you got to beat the champ. That is true.
On to get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
Still, all Hogan. Man, that guy.
Brother. Macho man in the house, yeah.
Whoa, that was fantastic. Can you step into a Slim Jim? Can you do that?
Yeah.
All right. Tim, Tim Vodopvac. Shelf Turd's bringing the hits. That last name got me all tongue twisted. But I nailed it at the end. Friggin' nailed it. All right. After 3 tasting rounds, I want to tell you guys that you're all still in the running. You just can go at this point it could go anyway. I'm excited because this can come down. This could be a photo finish. Like 3 horses, 3 beautiful horses, 2 of them named Dan, which got confusing on the betting slips. It's going to be a little bit of complaints when one of you noses out the other. Unless, of course, Santa comes in first place on his reindeer.
He's got all the blind experience. He's a man.
Who's that?
Austin.
I don't know that.
I thought Santa just had cataracts. All right. Man, tough crowd. That's okay. Let's do, geez Louise. I feel like I'm carrying the show here, guys. It's all right. It's okay. Still 550 people in here, and Ford is here saying, Dusty Dan, give us cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop.
I mean, Matt, you know I could talk for 3 hours straight, easy, but I'm trying my best here. You know.
I feel like you are being I feel like you're in a weird little area in your head. You're in the zone. You're in your own little. You're in the I don't know. I feel like you probably haven't talked to your wife all day. You woke up and you're like, Julie, today's the day.
Close. On the road all day.
On the road. That'll do it too. You've been singing AC/DC too loud and lost your voice. Question. Oh, did we just do the proof? Did we just do the proof? Yeah, we did. All right. Thanks for helping the host keep track of where he's at. Let's taste sample D. Sample D is a fun question. This whiskey was finished in a secondary barrel once containing what spirit? Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's get to tasting glass D and action.
Dusty Dan, unbutton your shirt and let your chest hair fly. Dusty for the win. We all want Dusty for the win. Dusty for the win. We all want Dusty for the win.
Answers are coming in. Very much appreciated. Thank you for the answers. I haven't even seen Julielle in chat. She must be stressing out. Or she's watching something better.
Or she doesn't want to get distracted from looking at me with chat, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I looked, else, I don't know. Like, I got a break from
Dan. I looked at Dan Like and knew he was in the same house as me, I'd be in that room immediately.
You'd be naked as often as her and I are, which is a lot.
Did you say naked?
No, I didn't say anything about it. I was thinking to myself again out loud.
Oh. I only get naked once a week. When I eat pizza.
I thought it was spaghetti.
No, naked pizza. Yeah. Let's see here. Just checking. Nick Foles' house. Nick friggin' Foles. Man, Nick Foles goes back to when I had 5 subscribers. So how do we get David's mixtape to the granny people? What the hell does that even mean? If you're talking about how you get their music, he posts all their music on the Patreon, on whiskeychannel.com's Patreon. I'm not sure. It could still be Shelf Turd's Patreon. I don't know if they changed the name on Patreon or not. Somebody let me know. But definitely, if you want access to all the Matt Madness music to download and scream in the car like Dan Like, go ahead, hit up their Patreon and download them. Josh, I only read this because you wrote it in all caps, which is my fault. Josh, question for all. 4. Go to Bourbon. Solid, serious question. When 7 question marks won't do, Josh really wants to know.
Old Forester 1920 for me, probably.
I think he deserves some exclamation marks, Dusty. Come on. Hit him with it. Old Forester. I just why.
That would be mine. I mean, it's a great go-to.
I go
definitely worth the price. So.
Wood for double.
Okay, I think he's done now, Austin. Go ahead, Austin.
Wood for double oaked.
Oh, you stuck it in. Good job. Dan Like?
I don't even know what the question was.
I ask questions. You answer the questions.
Go-to whiskey. Your go-to bourbon.
Whatever I can read.
I understand what you're saying, sir. You're mumbling.
I don't have a go-to, man. Just whatever I can reach behind me. Michter's toasted rye without looking.
No, that's a solid go-to. You can just
absolutely.
It would be like taking candy from a baby.
I love Judge Judy. Judge Judy, just a solid show. Turns out she's worth a lot of money. That lady makes a lot of money doing Judge Judy.
Yep.
I just like Judge Judy. Anyway, my go-to bourbon is whatever I feel like on. I don't even know if Elijah Craig Barrel Proof was like super available. That's my go-to. So I'd say that Knob Creek Single Barrel is just my jam since Elijah Craig Barrel Proof isn't available. You can always. I love Knob Creek Single Barrels. They're good. Like this one that I knocked on the floor. Matt,
I'm really sorry your bottles fell down on the floor today.
It's, you know what? I don't think that. I don't think that they broke.
Trust me, they don't break.
I don't know how that didn't. I don't know how they didn't break, but they're there and they're just. They got the wind knocked out of them. You know? And me. All right. We did four tastings, 4 nosings, and the only thing left is to give you three minutes to taste through these and answer. Well, you don't have to answer, but just guess. You can just put in the answer A, B, C, D. Guess the bottle you're drinking. There are, let's see here. I do play a little bit, not a little bit. Like, you have to be accurate here. There is like 1 or 2 here that I'll be like semi-flexible with, but you have to nail the bottle. You can't just be like, oh, it's friggin' Akintoshan or whatever. Shayla?
Dude, you pronounced that like perfectly. Good job.
Friggin' nailed it. It's because I watch Whiskey Central and learn how to say Akintoshan.
No,
it's just a solid word. Dieter Lang is running late. Long day. Greetings, all. What's going on, Mr. Lang? Oh, appreciate you being here. Let's get to the bottle guess round. The bottle guess round, 3 minutes. Send the answers. What is the bottle in A, B, C, or D? You don't have to answer them all. You don't have to answer any of them. You can answer all 4, whatever you like. Each correct guess is worth 5 points. So if you were down by 50 points, like Dusty Dan, you're out of luck. But if you're down by 15 points, like Dan then you could still pull this thing off. Were those scores accurate? No. But were they close? Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I like to play a little game called Just Lie to Everybody. It's a game I like to play. All right. When the music starts, you may begin tasting your glasses and guessing. Let's get all the answers in before the 3 minutes is up, please. Let's go. Let's do it. Whiskey Reaper is in here. Liberty not licensed.
How can Matt just let you sip away? Guessing everything Buffalo Trace. No one on this screen has any clue. It's written all over your face. Austin's the only one who really knows anything. How can Matt just ask Daniel like to compete against Santa Claus? Not even Dusty Dan can stand. No one can win against this draw. Austin's the only one who really knows his whiskey. And take a look at Dan like his mind is an empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind him of the whiskey that he tastes. And take a look at Dusty Dan. Now that's a real blank face. And him coming back tonight against Austin, that's just not going to take place. I wish I could just make you understand why Dans can't win. So much these Dans don't understand. So many reasons why. Austin's the only one who can guess these whiskeys. Take a look at Dan like. His mind is in empty space, and there's nothing left here to remind him of the whiskey that he tastes. Now take a look at Dusty Dan. Now that's a super, super blank face. And him coming back tonight against Austin, that's just not going to take place. Take a good look at these Dans, 'cause Austin can smell the wind. Dan's coming back tonight is against all odds. That's just not going to take place.
All right. 3 minutes is up. Wow, what a jam. That had me super happy. Eric Waite was talking smack about David's beautiful voice of an angel. So guess what? Timed out immediately. Immediately timed out. Talk smack about the voice of an angel, the man who spends so much time making music for Matt Madness. You mentioned a word about how you dislike it and immediately timed out. Go in the corner, put on the dunce cap, think about what you said, and come back a little bit more, I don't know, what's the word? Not asshole-like. That's all I'm saying, because David has the voice of a million angels. I'm standing by that. Dussander, too. There will be more of that at Whiskey Weekend as long as you have Dan Shook insert it to your waistband. No, still, I'll read it for $10. Don't know I understand it, but I like it. I'm not sure if I like it.
Matt, for the first time in my life, I apologize for not talking more. That's a never, ever.
Guess what? The competition is over. I don't know the score. I don't know the score yet, but you don't have to go into your little world of quietness anymore. What's done is done.
Yeah.
You are like a backed up fire hydrant that just needs to be released.
Yeah, I know I got at least
just let me slow for 6 weeks.
Hey, Matt, I'll say I think this was very well put together. The samples that you provided here. I think you did it in a great order. I would say this is way more difficult.
Why?
See, you just messed me up, man. The question and the drink.
I'm sorry, dude. You know what? When someone starts talking about nice and stuff and just complimentary, boom, out immediately. Just kidding. What were you saying about harassment?
No, I was just saying I think it was very well put together. But I think that this was a lot harder than I remember last year being for the first round. So,
I don't remember what I thought for a minute I should go back and see what I sent everybody. But I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to send what I want to send, like what I think. And this year's a little bit different. Like questions are a little different. The pours are a little bit different. I have different stuff now. I also try to look at who's competing and then just like if I gave you guys a bunch of, I don't know, peated scotch, I don't know that we'd have a lot of fun,
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I did. Matthew Harris, hey, Dan, can I get a bump? What does that mean? I'm not even sure which Dan he's talking to. 2 Dans? One of you needs to give him a bump. That's all I'm saying.
Wouldn't be me. Right. That's not my thing. So.
It's not mine either.
Maybe that Dan.
Nope.
Matt doesn't even know what it is.
No, I've a fist bump, a baby bump.
That's it.
All right, the podcast says, "Catch me up." How's Dan doing? Unless, of course, that's Will, in which case sounds sort of the same but different. All right, let me take a little peek at the scores here. Are you guys ready to find out who's moving on to the next round of Matt Madness?
Sure.
Yeah, it's not me.
You know what, before I do that, Dusty, you mentioned how about it. Austin, how do you think this went? What was your experience like tasting and smelling, and what was your Matt Madness experience like before you found out if you moved on or not?
Well, this is a lot harder than it looks. Doing this with a time limit makes it tricky. And then some of these that you picked are wildly different on the palate than they were on the nose.
Yeah.
And so like a couple of them, I was like, oh, when I tasted them, I'm like, look, that's okay. That's not what I thought it was. And so, yeah, this was tricky. The biggest problem is I hated all of them.
You know what? You're not everybody. That's fine.
C was tough because the question you asked on C, I had an answer, and then I thought back to the question you asked at first, and then I went back and second guessed my answer again. It's like
on C, what the proof?
No, just because.
What was it?
You asked what type it was, and my guess did not match the type I guessed.
Gotcha.
So, threw me off.
Either way, gentlemen, regardless of the outcome, it was a pleasure.
Yes,
absolutely.
I agree.
Had a lot of fun.
You know how?
I know I got 1 point, so I'm happy.
Dusty Dan.
It's fun, man. It's the camaraderie, right? Like that's what we're all here for. So
yeah,
win, lose, or whatever. It's fun, man.
Yep.
I just want to give Dusty Dan a hug. I bet you he smells like Old Spice or Brute.
Brute.
My dad used to wear Brute. I imagine he just kind of smell like that. Just with the aftershave, just however they do that. All right, let's go to the results. I don't even know the results yet, and I'm clicking, and now I do. So here we go. If you are ready, actually, let me bring our wonderful Shayla Bott into chat.
Maddie, I texted you and you didn't reply because you never reply to my text.
Dan, Bourbon Santa, do you guys have predictions as to who won?
I think Austin would be my guess.
I think Austin won as well.
I have no idea.
Yep.
Okay. So just let me know what you think about that, Maddie, on the one answer. I put a question mark next to it on the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I just dropped my phone on them.
Scheiße.
Concrete's not.
And just like your shoes, you can't reach it.
Poor Maddie.
Well, one more time for everybody.
Oh, so good. Oh, goodness.
You're right, though. I can't reach my shoes.
This looks good. This looks good.
I call myself Santa. I'm fat too. What?
I gotta fix stuff here. How do we have it before? Boom. That's right.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
All right. Let's do scoring. Sorry, my mom, if you're in the house, sorry that I said the F word. But it was comedic timing. And also he called me fat.
Somebody just subscribed, and I have Dan and a Buddha right there.
Pardon?
Oh, so when people subscribe, Dan straddling a banana is the image that they see, and it just happened. But now it's gone. So
I'm not straddling a banana; it's part of me. Anyway, next.
Okay, sorry.
All right. I asked on the nose, guess the age of sample 1. Dusty answered 5 years old. Austin answered 7 years old and earned a point. Dan Like guessed 10 years old and earned 4 points. The correct answer was 11 years old. On the second sample B, I asked if this was a Canadian rye, a Kentucky rye, or an MGP rye. Dusty answered Kentucky rye. Austin answered MGP rye. And Dan answered MGP rye. None of you earned any points. Sample C, I asked if this was a Canadian whiskey, an Irish whiskey, or a Scotch whiskey. Dusty answered Irish. Austin answered Scotch. Dan Like answered Canadian and earned 2 points. It's a Canadian whiskey. Sample D, I asked if this was a finished whiskey, yes or no, for 1 point. Dusty said no. Austin said yes. Dan Like said yes. Austin and Dan Like both earned a point. It is a finished whiskey. After the nosing round, Dan Like, 7 points. Bourbon Santa, 2 points. Dusty Dan, well, he didn't have any points. It's okay. It's all right. We're moving on to the tasting round. Dusty, you know what? Sometimes you throw up a 0. And that's all right, though. It's okay. Let's move on to the tasting round. See if there's any points earned here. I asked you to guess the age by tasting glass A. Dusty answered 7 and earned a point. Austin answered 8 and earned 2 points. Dan Like went from 10 to 12, still a year off, and earned another 4 points. I asked you to guess the proof of glass B. Dusty answered 122 and earned 3 points. Austin answered 118 and earned a point. Dan Like guessed 114 and did not earn any points. Sample C, I said, guess the proof. Dusty said 90. Austin said 100. And Mr. Like guessed 105. The only one to earn a point was Dusty Dan. He was 10 points off. On sample D, I said, what barrel was this finished in? This finished whiskey was finished in a barrel holding what spirit? Dusty answered cognac. Austin answered cognac. Dan Like answered cognac. All 3 of you were correct. It's finished in a cognac barrel. Congratulations. You guys all know your cognacs. Impressive. Super impressive.
I was so surprised when that happened. I was like, dang, you guys all know this? Holy crap.
Super impressive. So, after the tasting round, we had a score Dan Like 14, Austin 8, and Dusty 8. I asked you to guess what you were drinking in sample bottle A. Boom. Dusty answered E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Austin answered George Dickel 8-Year Bourbon. And Dan Like answered Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. What you were drinking, Austin came so close. But it's actually George Dickel 11-Year Bottled and Bond.
I've never had that one.
The Bottled and Bond.
That's a good guess.
So I would have accepted I would have accepted Bottled and Bond. I would have accepted George Dickel Bottled and Bond. So I feel comfortable. So if anybody ever questions why points were not given, they said, "Oh, that's close enough." Austin did answer that it was between a 7 and 8-year-old whiskey based off his nose and palate. And then he backed it up saying it was George Dickel 8-Year Bourbon, which also has what they consider a different profile than their Tennessee whiskey. So it's an 11-year Bottled and Bond, which is what Shayla was asking about when she mentioned it. What the heck am I doing? I just opened up Premiere Pro like I really want my computer to crash right now.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Please don't crash. What an idiot. Not you, Austin, me. Let's see. So on sample B, I said, what are you drinking? And Dusty answered Old Forester Single Barrel, even after I told you all it was a rye whiskey. And maybe he said Old Forester Rye Single Barrel. Maybe that's probably what it was.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. Austin said Alberta Premium, And Dan Like said Kentucky Owl Rye. What you were drinking was freaking Bourbon Santa, Alberta Premium Cask Strength.
What?
Bourbon Santa calls the bottle and earns 5 points.
That's
Boom,
awesome.
Bourbon Santa. Ho, ho, holy shit. You nailed it.
So close on A and nailed B.
Nailed
That's
B.
awesome.
You nailed B like your neighbor nails Mrs. Claus when you're out delivering gifts. Luckily, you don't have any neighbors because North Pole and Santa. Probably lots of acres. Well, keep a tidy estate, I would imagine. And let's move on to sample bottle C. Thank you, Shayla, for highlighting that for me. Super nice of you. I asked you what you were drinking. Dusty answered Slain Irish. Austin did not have an answer. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Dan Like answered Proper 12.
I actually answered Proper 12 LOL because I guessed Canadian, and then I put Proper. I just stuck Proper 12 in there, trying to hedge with that and throw something Irish I thought you had.
Oh, okay.
Well, what you were drinking is it's Crown Royal. It's the 75th anniversary. It's Monarch. I would have accepted Crown Royal. It's 80 proof. That's why you guys all guessed over 80 proof. I wanted to go on the proof guess from super high barrel proof rye to an 80 proof Canadian whiskey. And that's what I did here. So I would have accepted Crown Royal because I didn't even know this existed. Crown Royal 75th anniversary. So the Monarch, it tastes like, basically nothing, right? Guys, do any of you own Crown Royal?
No.
No.
I have a couple. Yeah, I have Crown Royal Black and regular Crown Royal. Not that long.
When's the last time you tried it?
5 years, 6 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there wearing a crown that never gets taken off. But I just thought I'd throw Crown Royal in the mix. You never know what's happening on Matt Madness. You just never know. Sample bottle D. I said, what are you drinking? Dusty Dan answered Jefferson Cognac. Austin, you did not answer, correct? Austin, did you have an answer for D?
I did not.
Okay. And then Dan Like guessed High West Double Rye.
Because that's a finished cognac, but I guessed it, right? Again, I was trying to hedge the bet. I guessed cognac, and then I guessed something completely different for the bottle.
Well, if Bourbon was here this week, he would probably be thrilled because it's Bardstown Bourbon Company. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in cognac barrels. So he guessed that last week, and I was giggling because I already had your samples out to you. And I was like, you're a week early, buddy. A week early, but that's what that was Ferrand cognac, which means we have final score here. After nosing round, tasting round, and bottle guess round, Dusty Dan, 8 points. Austin, 13 points. And Dan Like moving on to the next round by the skin of his teeth with 14 points. Mr. Like, congratulations.
Cheers, everybody. That somehow believed in me. That was pure luck, but I'll take it.
Well, that was fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
moving on. Oh.
Anyway,
nice.
I don't care about anything else now. That's all that matters right there.
I almost ruined this whole thing by exiting out of it, but we didn't do it. That was super close. So it's funny because you get super close to things, and then it's like the George Dickel guess was the make or break. But so I said guess the bottle, which you didn't do. But at the same time, you did guess it was George Dickel. You guessed the distillery correctly. You just guessed their what's the right word? Come on.
Wrong expression.
Their expression wrong. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
But you did nail George Dickel. I think super impressed with Bourbon Santa.
Great job.
nailed one bottle and really came super close on a second bottle. Dusty Dan obviously didn't practice. He didn't give a shit about nothing.
You know what's funny, Matt?
I didn't, man. I'm honest. I didn't practice.
Matt, I actually wrote down for D. I had no confidence in myself. I actually wrote, well, we all guessed cognac. I actually wrote Ferran down and then put a line to it. I was like, there's no way because it came up last time. But I was remembering you pouring it last time, not that somebody guessed it wrong.
Oh, wow.
And then I had no confidence in my cognac answer, so I switched it to something else. But I was thinking you poured it last week.
No. So Bourbon guessed it was Ferrand, but it was actually the KBS finished Barcelona Bourbon Company that he guessed. So, but yeah, that was a lot of fun. Let's see who Dan Like is just texting people.
He's sending photo evidence of his Ferrand.
People are texting me congratulations, and I'm trying to respond to them.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That was Dan Shook saying, lucky you're not up against me next, basically. That was lucky.
Oh, geez, Louise. Let's see. I want to take a peek at the bracket if I can find it through all this garbage. I have so much garbage on here. I've got Grease saying stuff like Tennessee can suck it, but I can't find it in the friggin' bracket. Is this it? No. There it is. Except for replace Kyle with Dan. So that means Hot Buttery Rolls is going up against Kyle, aka Dan Like, and then the winner of Aaron, Jason, and Josh, Stuff and Whiskey versus Mash and Drum, which is happening on the 8th of April. So we're going to find out. We're going to complete that side of the bracket on April 8th, which I'm super excited about. Dan, like, do you feel like you'd actually, I mean, I don't know, do you think that you're moving forward with more confidence or just what?
Some unicorn urine that I drank before. I must have done the trick. No, I actually was surprised that, some of the stuff would clearer to me than I thought it would be, but C just really threw me. I need to not second guess myself. I have more confidence, and I just didn't have any confidence in my answers. I actually think I would have done a little better, but no, I was happy. That was it, though. That's all I've got. So I'm going to get 0 points from here on out. I put everything I have in there.
Eric McDaniel, go to the ADHD Whiskey Facebook page later tonight or tomorrow morning. I'll have the updated bracket on there showing how everything's played out, how everything's working out, and how everything's going to rock and roll. So next week, next Friday, there's going to be no Matt Madness next Friday. I'm going to be at Whiskey Weekend. The following Friday is the 8th of April, which is Mash and Drum versus Stuff and Whiskey. And then April 15th, we have the last double header for the year. April 15th is Women of Whiskeys versus Storytime, Shane Long, versus Chad from It's Bourbon Night. And then the second half of that doubleheader is Trev. No, not Trev. He lost so bad. He sucks. Maker's Mark. Jeez Louise. What was I even thinking? No, it's Kira versus Clifton versus Cameron, which is our first quarterfinal round. So this is going swimmingly. I'm super excited to say that we haven't had a terrible showing yet. Everyone's been doing really good, except for Dusty Dan. Just kidding, Dusty. I love you, man. This was a bunch of fun. Everybody in chat, thank you so much for being here. Austin, so close. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. Every time I reach out to somebody and ask if they want to do it, I'm so expecting a hell no. But everybody's so nice, and I appreciate you coming on tonight and performing so well and just kicking ass. Will you come back next year if invited? Would you do it again?
I would love to.
All right. Would you perform even better earlier at night?
I have no idea.
Ask his wife.
Yeah.
I'll have my wife get back to you on that.
Oh, geez, Louise. Dusty, thank you so much for joining us again this year. Unfortunately, luck not on your side.
No,
but you're
on my
still
side this time, man.
Still just a looker.
That's right. Good dude, too. So.
All right. We are an hour. That's a quick an hour and a half Matt Madness this Friday. Please, everybody, come back in 2 weeks where we're going to rock and roll it again. This was a bunch of fun. Love you all so much. Shayla, thank you for keeping score.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Shayla.
Thank you both.
I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on Dan Like Anything. Come on.
That's right.